man. So we got my man Donny Loke in the building right now.
What's the
One
deal?
of the hottest in LA for real.
Yes, sir.
You know, you tap in with my boy. So, you know, we're going to get straight right into it.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
we had talked earlier when you had Guy here, talked about being from South Central. So talk about South Central, your upbringing, and how that molded who you are right now.
Well, South Central was cool, especially like coming up. Like, you know, it was cool. We were having fun, you know, regular shit. You know, it wasn't really nothing until, you know, we started getting, me and like my friends started getting older and stuff. Then it started getting real wild and shit. And I was always the one that was trying to keep my homies out the streets though and stuff. So like, I always like did other shit to get money. I always like, you know, and would try to tell them what to do, try, you know, how to, you know, move and try to stay away from the street shit, bro, because that shit was pulling niggas in like fucking, like it was a sucking that shit in basically, bro, just like sucking it in, and that's how all of my homies were getting sucked into that shit. So it was like it was a different little transition process, like, you know, to like to, you know, see everybody picking sides and do all that shit. So that was like my upbringing in South Central. But like I always did music though. Well, since like I was like 14, 15, that's when I started.
Okay.
Like I started doing music like 14, 15.
So when you're leading people to, you know, stay out the negative and stay in the positive, like who put you in that lane? How did you know to do that? Did you figure that out on your own?
Well, I will always say, you know, I have my pops in my life, and my pops did a good job, you know, with me and my brother, and we be like, you know, we move a certain way. So I feel like that played a big part, and then I got my own mind too. So like I be seeing shit and how shit is, you feel me? So it's just dealing with your experience, and then like really going through a lot of shit. See, like last year in 2021, I got shot. So I got shot last year. So it was like a process from that for me, and I wasn't supposed to get shot. You feel me? So that was just like, you know, because how I move. So it was like, you see, I can still move positive and this shit can still happen. So that's why I really be trying to stay on my toes and try to move a certain way and be a positive energy in LA. So people, you feel me, when they see me out, they like, you know, they just get positive energy. It's not like, oh, let me test this. You know, it'll always probably be that, but I don't get that energy though. Like, you feel me?
No, definitely not. Like, you know, when we first walked in, you know, you were hella nice, very respectful. Your brother is really nice, really respectful. You guys walked in, you know, you can tell you guys were raised correctly. You know
for sure, bro.
And I feel like that plays a big part in, like, you know, someone's character these days. You know what I mean? And
it play a big part. It play a big part. So I feel like people, you know, gotta just channel into that positivity, you know.
100%, bro.
It's like you don't need, like, you know, at the end of the day, how I feel personally, it's like, yeah, I feel like me having my pops, you know, my parents in my life, you know, it's a up, like, you know, it's a up because a lot of people don't have that.
Right.
So it's like, you know, but I feel like people can't use that as an excuse though forever, you know. So eventually you gotta, you know, figure out, you know, your situation, adjust to it, and be like, all right, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna figure it, I'm gonna get it right, you know.
100%. So you had just spoke on something I had read on it, and so getting shot and all that. What helps you overcome something so kind of like, you know, that's like a dark negative thing. A lot of people
traumatic,
really
like something so traumatic. Yeah,
very traumatic.
Well, it was like, I don't know, bro. I've never got shot before, but I was like, I don't know. You would have thought I did or something. You feel me? Like when that
100%.
happened, I didn't cry or nothing. You feel me? Probably shit people think. Like, you know, well, a lot of motherfuckers might see it and be like, see this and be like, well, shit, I won't cry, but that shit different. I ain't gonna lie, it's a different type of feeling. You gotta be like, shit. You know, I wanted to cry just off the fact that shit, like my leg was fucked up and my leg was like, I ain't never broke a bone before, bro.
Damn, it was
so
in
like,
your leg?
Yeah, my leg was like split in half, bro. Like the whole leg looked like it was like this whole leg was facing that way. Damn. And it looked like it was like dangling off my shit. Like my brother seen that shit, he'll tell you. But that shit, that shit was bad. That shit was bad. But then the next day when I went and got surgery and stuff, and then they had the leg, my leg was still fucked up when I went to the hospital, and then they fixed it back. And I remember I woke up because they put me to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I woke up, and then the dude was like unwrapping my leg, and I'm like, "You did this?" And he like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, good looking, bro." So then you feel me? So it was just like, you know, cause I had to get back up, bro.
Right.
So I had to get back in motion. So that's what really kept me going, like, cause I hopped back up in 6 months. I wasn't supposed to really be in motion for like a year, because my leg's still hurting. Like today, my leg been fucking me up. Jeez. It's like certain days, especially because it's been cold lately, so it really be fucking with me. But
it's still sensitive, huh?
Yeah, so I kind of like got back in motion fast, and the first thing I did when I got up, I started shooting videos and shit. So like that was my main focus. Like, all right, I need to hurry up and get back up, because I can't be down too long. They'll think I'm crippled or something, you know. So, you know, I got back up real fast, and it was like I got up so fast that people didn't even realize it happened. A lot of people didn't even know it happened.
Right, yeah, I had to read up on it. Like,
yeah,
you know.
the shit people didn't really know about it because it happened so fast, and then I was still dropping. I had like 2 videos already once I was shot. Like when I was in like on bed rest, I had 2 videos that were getting edited. So when I was laying down, I had 2 videos to drop. So I dropped one, and then I dropped another one, and then after that, when I got back up, like 6 months later, I dropped Poison, the Poison video.
That's
so
too, though,
yeah, that's like my favorite song by myself, bro. So I shot that video and shit, and that shit, you know, did pretty cool. So that's what made me, you know, like, you know, deal with that, like help me deal with that situation. You feel me? But
yeah, definitely, yeah. No, most power to you, because I, you know.
Hell yeah, no, I'm good now though, bro. I just focus on my work, you know, like you know, because we all make mistakes in how we move. We might slip up, but it be that one time. That's why you gotta be on your toes all the time. Yeah, but it just be that one time that you like will have that thought, and then that shit that really happened before you think about it. That's why you gotta always be on your toes. Like in general, like everybody has to be on their toes. You know, always looking around, always peeping the scene, always seeing what's going on wherever you at, even in nice areas.
For real.
Cause that's where motherfuckers will go. You know, to them nice areas. So you gotta just watch out.
Yeah, that should be like that. So, you know, you said it's still sore and all that. Does that affect your hooping times? I seen on your
story. Bro, hell yeah. I can't hoop. I can shoot still. I was just over there shooting I was in comp. I went to my grandma's street today with my cousins, and we was just over there shooting some hoops and shit on our blocks. That's where we used to play at and shit. We was just talking about a whole bunch of shit. But I was we were trying to like we were doing a shooting contest. And I was trying to shoot from way far back, but I'm just like, fuck, like so with shit like that. But I can still shoot though. Like I can't run though, so I don't have. Okay. I didn't do physical therapy. I only did physical therapy for like that time that I was in the hospital, and then but they told me my leg wasn't healed enough for like full physical therapy, and then by the time that I guess it was, my appointments up at the hospital were done, so I would just have to go to my doctor, and then, you know, I went and got checked up because I had to get a staple pulled out and shit, and they said it was nothing wrong and shit. So I was just like, you know, I just thugged it out, been thugging it out ever since. Sheesh. Hell yeah.
What, did no PTs? Right when you could walk, you were out of there, huh?
Yeah, bro. Real shit.
So it was, you know, I had seen you. You know, I know you were like you hoop recently, but I saw you hoop in your past too. Like you have like
I used to hoop. I used to hoop in high school. I used to hoop. I went to, well, I played everywhere. I played at like every park in LA damn near. Like,
really?
You know, for real.
I seen you on
like every major park. Yeah, I went to Fairfax. I went to Fairfax in 9th grade. That was the first team I played for. So like high school. So I played travel ball and shit. I played AAU. I played for like 3 different AAU teams. It was a team called the Hacks. That was the first AAU team that I played for right out of middle school. Because my school Horseman, we used to have an after school, like a basketball team.
Right.
And we would go play different middle schools. But it was a big hangar at Hawthorne Airport.
Oh, okay.
And it was a big basketball facility. It had like, you can look it up. It's like, you just have to look up Hacks basketball facility. And it used to be like, all the time. I seen DeMar DeRozan up there like a long time ago though. Like
you see Debo up there.
Brandon Jennings.
Wow.
Brandon Jennings up there. So
greats.
Yeah, so it was some dudes I seen up there, and a lot of big time basketball players used to go train up there and stuff. So when I was in middle school, I got scouted because when I was playing for Horseman, me and like 3 other dudes, and I was the only one to really stay on the Hacks team for like the longest because it was expensive.
Yeah.
So my dad was just thugging it out for me for a little bit and trying to, but then that shit just started getting too much. He's like,
Yeah,
man, we're gonna have to find
sure.
you a different travel team. And then they wasn't that good though. Like it wasn't like we was not. It was mainly about the facility. The facility was nice. When you used to be in that motherfucker, I remember I used to be in there. I used to be feeling like I was going to the NBA for sure. Like, cause it was just like so much. Yeah, it was just such the environment that you in. Like, it was just like, oh yeah, I'm
elite shit.
Yeah, I'm on some elite shit for sure.
No doubt.
But after that, I played for another one called Infinite Ability. That team was the craziest team I ever been on.
Oh, why is that?
Just because it was ghetto as fuck. Me and all my homies from the neighborhood, and we was on a real travel team. So we was traveling around, going to different states and shit. And that shit was ghetto as fuck. Shout out to all my boys that was, on the team.
If you know, you know,
You feel
man.
me? We was going viral. So and then after that, I went to Fairfax and I played for Fairfax. I had a good freshman year.
Yeah.
Like my freshman year, I was balling, but I was a walk on. So they didn't show me no love, bro. I was really good, bro. Especially like my freshman and my sophomore year, especially like after that summer, like that summer from 9th grade to 10th grade, I came back. I was nice as hell, and they just my grades wasn't good, and then I had a 2.0, and then the fucking coach at the time, his name was Coach Ivan. If you see this nigga, you still got me fucked up, bro.
To this day.
Yeah, but I had a 2.0, bro, and I was grinding for that 2.0, man, because I wasn't the best in school.
They still weren't fucking with it after you got the 2.0?
Bro, I walked up to bro, I'm like, I got a 2.0, man, like, am I eligible? He like, man, he like a 2.0. He like, really? He like a 2.0 too easy. He like at least get a 2.5, bro. He like a 2.0, not even a 2.
Like politics to me.
Yeah, like not even a 2.1. So I'm like, so what? I'm like, so no? He's like, nah, man. I'm like, wow. So then after that, I ended up getting kicked out of Fairfax probably like 2 weeks later. And then I was just bouncing around continuation schools and shit. And then I went to Washington, 11th grade. So I had another chance. I went to Washington Preparatory, and that was my home school. But that's like in the trenches, for real. Right. So I was popular at that time. So when I was going to continuation schools, I started some shit called Top Notch, me and my homies.
Okay.
So we were like throwing parties and shit, and we were going up at a young age, 15, 16
party crew
and shit.
Going
yeah,
up,
we were going up. But we was just like, we were rapping, we were doing all this shit. We was performing. I've been performing since I was like 16. Like I was doing shows back then. So we was going up. We had the Top Notch shit, and then damn, well, I forgot where I was headed to with that.
You were at George Washington.
Okay, yeah. I was at Washington Prep. So then when I went to Washington, I was popular at that time, and then I stopped. Like my grades was just really falling there. Like I didn't do shit. Like I just really stopped caring at that time because I wanted to be at Fairfax.
Yeah. And
then they I was on academic probation, so I couldn't get into no fights. I couldn't get into nothing, and I got into a fight one day at lunchtime. And it was like right in front of the police officers and shit. And then when I got there, the lady, the dean at the time, she was just like, "Oh yeah, you on academic probation? You not supposed to get in no trouble." And then she looked at my grades and she's like, "Oh, you got." I think I had my grades were horrible. I think I have. It's embarrassing. I had like 4 Fs. I think I had 4 Fs, a D, and a C.
So I was a cherry on top.
I was not doing shit, bro. I was like, I don't know, at that time.
For sure. No,
because then after, this is like it had to be like at least a month or two. Because then my grades went down from I was at a 2.0,
yeah.
And then after that, I just really stopped doing anything. I wasn't doing nothing in class. I wasn't doing nothing. So my grades dropped. So when she looked at my shit, my grades was horrible, and she was just like, "Oh yeah, like you." It's over. So I'm like, fuck.
Work like that.
So when I went to Washington, I had another chance, but then it just it didn't play out because my grades was fucked up. But I was on VAR at Washington. I was going to probably have a good season. It was my 11th grade year, so I still had a chance, but I was running like Fairfax set me up for failure.
Right.
It was too many politics there.
Right.
That's
sound like it.
But I came in where I fucked up is because I came. I came as a walk-on. You got to play in the summer. Anybody that play basketball, you know that. Like, you got to play probably in baseball too. I don't know. Like, you have to be working out in the summer. If you're not working out in the summer, you're going to be like, you're behind.
Right, yeah.
Because we already know these drills. We already been going over these drills. We got to reteach. We have to reteach it now. We have to teach it to you. So you already coming off the bench.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Off GP, even if you good, because you don't know the system yet.
Right.
So that was how it was at Fairfax.
Yeah, no, there definitely was for baseball coming in from middle school to high school. We would have to do something called American Legion, where it's like we played for that summer team. So that's probably like the same thing, right?
Yeah.
You play for that summer team to go there to get to know the coach and
that's exactly what it is. So you need
to.
And I came in as a walk-on, just like, because, you know, that's like being a walk-on. That's like you going to tryouts. Yeah. Just like it be all type of kids up in that motherfucker. Yeah. I mean, that shit used to be funny as fuck. It be kids that they knew damn well they was not about to make that team, but they'd still be in there. You know, that's why it was cool though. You know, anybody could come. Anybody could come do tryouts, and then you would see the real talent out of the tryouts. Yeah. It'd be certain dudes in there. It's like, all right, we're gonna keep him because he ball. He cool, and I got picked up right away, like, because they could see I could actually hoop. Like I could shoot. I could. At that time too, I was agile. I had both my legs, healthy legs. Like, you know, I was kind of lazy, but I still, with the ball, I knew how to move.
Killer crossover though.
I just know how to shoot. I hit 8 threes. I hit 8 threes in a high school game before. Sheesh. So I used to shoot. I used to shoot real good. Like, everybody that know me, they know I got a jumper. But I never really had a crossover like that. Like, as I got older, I started learning how to dribble more. Like, now I could, like, but my leg fucked up. But, like, I could dribble better now, for sure. If my leg wasn't fucked up, like, I'd dribble way better than when I was in high school. But they didn't, I don't know, bro. I feel like nowadays, they care more about the kids, bro. Like, I heard some shit, like, basically, the kids can't even fail, basically, now. Like, they don't let them fail.
That's
like,
true. That's true.
Where the fuck was this when we was in school?
No, for real, because I flunked out one year for football.
That's some weird shit.
It is.
How
weird
y'all
as
gonna? Y'all didn't give a fuck about us just because
Nah.
I was a kid before, bro. Now I feel like y'all didn't give a fuck about us because they would let me fail. They would kick me off teams.
Right,
they would do all the shit that I feel like is wrong that you're not supposed to do to a kid. That literally makes a kid start doing other shit. Yeah. Just like I did. Like, it makes me, because it's like, all right, the shit that I'm trying to do, they're not letting me do it. Right. What the fuck else I'm gonna do? Now I'm about to go fuck with females, and now my whole thought process of where, or like, you know, my mindset where it was, is about to switch because I can't do what I'm trying to do. Yeah. So that's how I started rapping and shit. Luckily, I found music though, but I was always around music, so yeah, that shit was a hard, like, you know, because I was really known as a hooper, like,
for sure.
That was a hard process. But then after that shit, you know, I had started meeting different friends and shit, and you know, I'm blessed to have them friends, so I don't be tripping, you know. So when I have my son, you know, we gonna go crazy. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna teach him. He gonna have that jumper.
Next up.
Gonna, you know, and we gonna get him some handles that I didn't have. You feel me? All the shit that I didn't do, we gonna do with him.
And that's, you know, that's how really like,
if he wants to do it, I ain't gonna force him. You know, if he wants to, but I would hope.
I think we all want our sons to be like something that we weren't. You know what I mean? To have the things that we did not have.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Shit, he might
lead them that way.
This nigga might build fucking spaceships or something. I don't know. I don't know. Work at NASA or something. I'd be happy as hell. But you know, if you want to start, if you want to hoop. I'm gonna put basketball in his face though, so he'll see it. Shit, if he wanted.
Sure.
But I really want to put all sports. Like, I want him to play baseball. The thing I like about baseball is, like, my cousins play baseball, and it's like they are good at every sport. Yeah. Well, really, my cousin Terrell for sure. Yeah, he's good at every sport. So, like, I feel like people that play baseball, like, they be more like athletic. Baseball and soccer.
I feel like
baseball and soccer, like the slept on ones. Like,
very slept on. Very slept on, bro.
For sure.
That shit is very.
You know, even though it's global, but it's still slept on. Like, in our society, I feel like it's slept on, and it's slept on. You know, so I feel like soccer and baseball, like, you gotta have the most, like, skill in it, and then be the most athletic ones, like the best athletes. I feel like,
because that's one thing I had seen, or like, you know, I even put it to the test myself. Like, you know, I can go out there and I'll go catch a touchdown, but a football player can't come over here and hit a home run. Like,
I'll give you two examples, perfect examples: Michael Jordan, Deion Sanders. They
the
both.
goats.
You feel me?
Yeah,
Two goats.
Bo too, man.
Bo too.
Yeah,
They play multiple sports.
Yes.
I think Bo played baseball too, right?
He did, bro. He did, bro.
I can't make this up, bro.
Both
like,
in the league.
That's what I'm saying. The baseball players,
Mm-hmm.
and I know a lot of baseball players that can play basketball. You play basketball?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I
you
can
know,
hoop.
you can hoop. Like, I'm sure, like,
Yeah.
you know. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the baseball players, the soccer players be like, I used to know some soccer players that was, and you know, want to know another sport?
Huh.
Volleyball.
Low-key,
Volleyball.
yeah.
I used to know the
man.
dudes that play volleyball. They used to jump high as fuck. It was one dude when I went to Fairfax. He probably for sure went D1 playing volleyball because he was the best on the team.
Remember his name?
Fuck, I don't.
Because I know, but you're right though. My mom.
Yeah, curly hair, light skinned dude, skinny, light skinned dude. He was on the volleyball team. I don't know. He was popular though. He was popular at Fairfax.
Nice,
he was nice as fuck. He could play basketball too though.
Damn.
And he could jump. So he would be in the gym because you know we kind of shared the gym, like
Yeah.
the volleyball and basketball.
Yeah.
So sometimes they'll be having practice, and he was like a cool. So it was kind of strange that he played volleyball. You would never think like a dude like bro would be
Right.
playing volleyball, but he was playing volleyball and he jumped high as fuck, so he could bang out. So he'll be in the gym dunking and shit, dunking with the basketball players on VAR, and he playing volleyball. I'll be like, damn, the volleyball players is athletic too because they gotta, you know, it's a slept on sport too. The shit they be doing, that shit not easy, especially if you elite in it.
Right. Yeah, no, you really gotta be putting in some work for real. Like, you know, and you think about it, volleyball and
Tennis
hooping,
too. Tennis too.
Yeah, tennis
like
got
them
that
just
too.
like I feel like basketball and football and like those are kind of easier to learn, even though they like, you know, it's not an easy sport, but it's easier to learn.
Yeah,
like,
it definitely is. You know, it's kind of like see ball, throw ball, catch ball. You know what I mean? Definitely.
I tried to play baseball.
Oh, for real?
Me and my bro tried to play baseball. We tried to play baseball
you guys
before.
liked it? You liked it?
Hell nah. I tried. I tried to do it.
yeah.
You know, we tried to give it a chance, but
Yeah.
I wasn't fucking with that shit like that.
Nah.
But it was fun. It was fun, like sitting in the dugout and shit, and then you know when it's your time to go at bat, like that intensity was fun. I remember that, you know, but nah, getting out and shit, hitting the ball and going, that wasn't fun.
Oh, yeah,
None of
I
that
hate
shit.
that
Yeah,
shit,
so
for sure.
my baseball career lasted very shortly.
It was a quick one,
Yeah.
short-lived. What was your sports teams coming up in like now?
Lakers, anything LA for sure.
Dodgers?
Oh, okay.
For
I got the
sure.
you know, I'm a Dodger fan for
he's
sure.
a writer for sure.
When I was younger, I was an Eagles fan.
Okay.
But then when Rams came back to LA, I'm a Rams fan because they LA.
Yeah,
I got to ride with my team, you know.
You been in the new SoFi Stadium?
I haven't been inside yet. Nah, I pulled up I pulled up over there. My people stay right over there.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, I pulled up over there. You know, I got to see it like, you know, from the outside, but
Yeah, so you know, you're saying you growing up in LA, played some sports, you know, you had found the music and all that, but coming a little bit more back, like what was your like favorite like memories, like, you know, growing up with your family, being around your brothers, sports and all that? What's your like top favorite memories about being out here in LA?
probably all them summer times, like, you know, over there and in Compton, really like in Compton because that's where my grandma stayed at.
Okay.
So like summers, like all through the year, I'll be on Western, I'll be in LA.
Okay.
But summer times, like, you know, with my family and, you know, my cousins, all my friends, we all was on the same street. We all be having fun. We did all type of shit. We used to have Olympics and shit like that.
Shit.
So we was, you know, we had a lot of fun. Shit, fucking with girls, shit. The party shit with my friends, like a lot of my homies, like a couple of my homies that passed away and stuff, like they was a part of my like my top notch shit. And that whole phase was fun as hell. Them like my and then Scheme. So I was working with artist Scheme out of Inglewood. That's my big bro. So he really like introduced me into like the industry part of the music. Like he brought me around a different scenery than I was ever around. He used to have me around different artists and big artists, and he would have me in situations that kind of like molded me to how I am now too, musically and stuff. So I just talked to bro today. So we and he even said this recently. He just told me this on the phone. He said I'm so proud of you, bro, because you became a creative on accident. He was like, you always been hard, but you became a real creative on accident.
Yeah.
Like you just stayed on it, and then it happened like that, you know. But I always knew I was a creative. I just like, I try to adjust to what's going on. So I try to make the music for, the people that's fucking with me.
So what year was that you met Scheme and you started getting
2017?
2017 is around that time?
So the Top Notch shit was from like 2013 to 20, it was like 20, really the end of 2012 to the, like to 2014.
Okay.
And then 2015, that's when everybody like started really growing up and shit. 2016, I was still doing music, but I wasn't, everything slowed down.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't moving with the same crowd, and everybody in my area, they was more infatuated by the game bangers, or if you had like something big as fucking motion, like, or if you like had a certain cosign or something like that, that was like a real big deal in LA, So I feel like I just always kept that shit music, bro, and shit. People fuck with me, bro. So.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Who put the music like in your head, or like what songs did you listen to coming up that was like made you be like, oh, like, I love music, like, and what did you like replay all the time and all that?
So I would listen to I went through phases, bro. I listened to all type of shit, like for real. I was going through my freestyle phase and shit. Like when I really started like trying to become a real like lyricist type shit, I was listening to like Cassidy and shit, and I was listening to Big L. Then before that, I was like way before that, I was listening to a lot of local artists and shit, and I was always a fan of Nipsey Hussle.
Oh yeah, that's like piece of the GOAT, man.
Yeah, that's like since I was in 6th grade. My boy Kamaji, he was playing a song by Nipsey. I'm like, who is that? And I remember that nigga looked at me like, you don't know who this is?
You don't know?
And I'm like, hell no. I'm like, who is this? He like, it's Nipsey Hussle. So then after that, I remember I went home, looked up on YouTube. I was playing this shit every day. And then high school, I felt like I already been on Nip. I'm going to Fairfax. I feel like y'all not even on Nip yet. Yeah. They really wasn't, for sure. I used to be, I remember people would be like, why you always listening to that shit? Like, people was not on that shit. They weren't on that shit. Yeah, bro, for sure. I swear to God.
From Fairfax, bro.
For sure. They wasn't on Nip like that. It would be probably certain individuals,
right?
Like small few, but I ain't never, so when I was going there, I ain't hear nobody playing no Nip. So I used to go to school every day playing that shit. Like, for real.
So they didn't know no bullets got no names, nothing like that?
Hell no.
He said,
hell no. For sure. They didn't know that.
So you're talking about, continuation schools and all that. What would you be, because you found your niche and what you like to do and how you want to talk to people in a positive way. Like, what would be your advice to the youth that don't know how to put their creativity in a positive way right
now? I mean, you just gotta be positive and then just stay creative. So it's kind of like, don't try to mix the two. Just like try to be positive in general. Like just like on a day-to-day basis, try to channel in on being positive, and then the creativity will flow. Because you can, I don't know, like I've met people that said that they work better in a bad space. Why? Because they can talk about what's going on. Some people, like me, I don't work good in a bad space. I need to be in a good space. Yeah, for sure. Or I'm gonna get myself in a good space before I start work again. Before I start, back to my program and my creativity. So I feel like you channel in with the positivity, and then the creativity will flow.
Right. 100%.
Keep yourself positive. Keep yourself focused on the prize and what, come with plans and like, all right, I'm going to do this and do that shit.
Yeah, 100%.
And, that the creativity will flow. Different niches and different ideas will come to you by you being in that positive space every day. You're not letting nobody really mess your mood up.
Right.
When you notice that, you shy away from it. Like, I'm not about to even engage in this.
Yeah, and I feel like that's like something that's hard for like a lot of people, kids and adults, is keeping that tunnel vision. You know what I mean?
That shit hard, but you gotta channel into it. We all got the capability of doing it. It's just like, if you really own it, and I know it's like, all right, somebody will see this interview, and then like after they turn it off, and then just go, you know,
Right,
be like,
right.
but some motherfuckers might see that shit and be like, you know what, I'm about to really channel in on my shit, and like they wake up the next day and they not trying to wake up mad. It's motherfuckers that wake up mad.
It is.
Wake up happy.
Right.
Like, I hate when people say, oh, I wake up, I'm just not a morning person. What the fuck does that mean? How are you not a morning person?
Why
You just
not?
woke up. Like,
they
what
just
is,
started, bro.
just, I mean, like, you don't have to be an asshole.
Right.
I mean, just, even if you're not, like, you know, you don't have to just walk up and smile in everybody's face. But shit,
Right.
how about you try that one day? See if that shit may make you feel better, where you don't have to feel like, oh, I'm not a morning person. You should be. The morning, it's like when you see in movies and shit, motherfucker wake up, rise and shine. That's how I be trying to wake up.
Yeah.
Some days I wake up like that.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I'm happy. Like, I'm trying to see what the fuck I'm gonna do today.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
And I'm excited on what you know, what's next. Like, I'm not just having an attitude and waking up. Yeah, so.
Yeah, you know, because it's just like, I feel like that takes a lot of energy to really wake up and be negative for real like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Like, and, you know, like, you know, it's tough, you know, but I feel like that's like what stops people from being great or doing something that they want to do or do something constructive or move past something is that, you know, one, you can't let it go and you choose to be in that negative space. You know what I mean? A lot of people choose.
And that's what it
negative.
is. It's a choice. Yeah, right. You got to choose to make that choice to be like, you know what? I'm gonna just be cool today.
Right.
I'm chilling. I ain't gonna let nobody mess my mood up, and that's how, you know. And I feel like when you do that, you'll be more creative,
right?
To the youth. So that try that out and see if it works. I'm looking at both cameras.
Yeah, you do either one.
Okay, for sure. Yes, the youth, y'all channel in with that and see how that works.
Right. You know, not to say like, you know, you don't. It's not something you like, you know, it's something you could definitely wake up and do, but, you know, some people will take your time, but, you know, just make sure that you at least give an effort to do it, you know.
It's a process with everything. You just take day by day. You wake up like, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to wake up, I'm going to try to just be happy.
Right.
A lot of people don't wake up happy, you know, even if it's not nothing to be happy about. Some days I wake up like that where it's really not nothing to be happy about. Like, well, I should probably be mad because I got all this bullshit going on. But it's like, you know what, I'm going to just be happy.
Right. Like, you know,
be
simple
that
as
easy.
that, for real.
Like,
yeah, it's simple for real.
I'm gonna just be happy. I'm not even gonna let it bother me. I'm gonna just get to it. When I get to it, shit. If you can't control it right then and there, why you gonna be mad about it all day?
Right.
That's just gonna make the situation worse.
Yeah, see, that's the real shit right there.
Hell yeah.
So, you know, coming up, doing what you're doing right now, you know, you got a lot of features right now. Who was your favorite feature that you got on with you?
So I've been recently, like, I'm about to drop a project soon. I don't know exactly when, but it's done. Well, pretty much done. I just gotta it be always the missing little pieces that I be trying to add to it and stuff. But I worked with Casey Veggies and recently, and D&B Gotti again, my boy, and Vinny West.
Okay.
I got one with Vinny West, a hot one. And I worked with a couple other artists, you know, upcoming and stuff that I'm locked in with, and we about to shoot videos and go crazy, about to just, you know, keep shit in motion.
Yeah, man.
But the project I'm about to drop, though, the music I got right now, like unreleased, man, that shit crazy. So I just been trying to get these rollouts and, you know, and how I'm gonna do these rollouts basically. Yeah. So that been my main focus recently.
Oh man, so you've been real busy lately. Real motion.
Man, trying to make some money, bro. Trying to, like, you know, prepare, you know, for a lot of shit. So I've been just, you know, trying to stay focused.
Absolutely. So, you know, doing your thing right now. A lot of, like, you know, a lot of athletes have their like welcome to the NBA moment, you know, whatever. What was, if you've had one, what was your welcome to the music game moment like?
I ain't really had one in this phase I'm in now.
Okay.
I've had one before, like in certain situations, like when the song "Get That Check Right" featuring Lil Cody, PGE, Day D&B, me, and my boy Johnny Rose, free him. That song was played on Power 106. Okay. I got a couple of my solo songs played on the radio too, "Birthday" and "See Me Now," a solo song. So I got them played on Power 106 and shit. So that was big. especially like when it happened. Shout out to the Baker Boys. They LA legends and shit, like from LA radio.
For real.
They've been showing me love for a couple years now, and they always locked in with me. I had some shit on 93.5 K Day, like an intro freestyle, but that shit was hard as hell. Like, and my uncle called me, like, or my big cousin, he called me. He like cousin, did I just hear you on 93.5? I'm like, yeah, man. So shit like that. Yeah. And then going up to like label buildings and label studios and shit like that. That should be a big feeling. But I kind of like been around that shit for a minute now.
Right.
So it don't really like
it's like regular kind of, you just go and do your thing over there.
Yeah.
So when you're out here in LA, what are your like top food spots, like mandatory got to?
Mandatory food spots, LA. We gonna go to Louisiana for sure.
Louisiana for sure.
Louisiana. It sucks to say this, but the more dangerous the area, the better it is. The better the food is. So just that's self-explanatory. So Louisiana for sure. It's a couple of Central. No, that's not. That's in Compton. Central Fish Market. That one good. There's a bunch of fish markets. Like any fish market really in South Central that you see, 9 times out of 10, that shit gonna be good. Like,
so you like fish fries, stuff like that?
Yeah, like the fried fish. You go get you some filet of sole or some red snapper or something. Like the fried fish be good. It's actually one on in like Inglewood what street is that? It's like by like Hyde Park and La Brea. It's like a fish market right over there, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody will correct me for sure.
Yeah,
but yeah,
look up that spot. We gotta know.
It's on La Brea and Hyde Park, around that area right there. So, but it's fish markets everywhere, like especially in South Central. You go to a fish market, and then the one I think it's called Happy Fish. Happy Fish or something like that for sure. It's right on Manchester. That shit been there for so long. I don't know how. I don't remember the name, but I think it's for sure start with Happy. Like I ain't been there though for a minute, but they fish there good too. So I would say any fish spot in LA, Tito's Tacos.
Oh, guys.
Even if you like pastrami, Johnny's pastrami.
Hell yeah.
Hot Wing Cafe. It's a must.
Yeah, Hot Wing Cafe for sure.
Korean barbecue.
Oof.
For sure. Like, the one I went to, I think it was on Melrose and it's on Western and close to Melrose. So it's like on one of them little streets approaching Melrose and Western.
Yeah.
You'll see it like on the left-hand side. Gassel?
Oh, Castle. Yeah.
Castle.
Yeah, when you just went to Castle.
Castle. So Castle.
Got to.
That one is good. Pink's hot dog is straight. Dirt Dog by USC.
Sure. Yeah.
If you like messy shit, that's big, but it's good.
Yeah, that should be crumbling.
It's for sure. Well, I don't know if they have these everywhere else, but I love California Fish Grill, so I don't know. I'm sure they all around Cali, but shit, California Fish Grill fire. And yeah, them spots I really go to, bro. Yes. And I stop at any Best Burger, right? Any Best Burger, them spots too. That are low key that you probably wouldn't know about unless you from the area. So they on Western.
Yeah, the majority sounds like everything's kind of around that area around
but yeah, all the spots I said kind of like all over.
Yeah.
So they kind of spread out, but in the same like geographically in a sense in the same area, but they all spread out though.
Oh, okay. So looking you, I saw that you're. Coming up, you liked like a lot of lyrical music, a lot of lyricist stuff. I saw you liked some Lil Wayne, Eminem, type stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. So I used to listen to a lot of like Slim Shady LP. That was my shit.
Damn, that was fire for real.
Lil Wayne, we used to listen to like my dad used to play the Droughts, all the Droughts, No Ceiling. So like I'm familiar with all that, and Young Jeezy, one of the best albums ever. What's that shit called? I'm tripping. Thug Motivation, yeah. Thug Motivation 101.
Sure.
Thug Motivation 101. So that's like one of my favorite albums. That's one of the best albums to me. Like just like that shit is slap. Oh, you ever heard it?
Yeah, I've heard some things off it.
Certain things off
yeah,
it.
Certain
listen
things
to that shit top to bottom, bro. Listen to that shit top.
You can go. That's one thing you can listen to
for sure. I play that cleaning up. I play that like if I'm just on a good day.
Yeah,
I play some.
That's your Sunday cleanup music right there.
What? But now I usually turn that on though. I'm having a good day. I turn that shit on. I must have hit for some big money or something.
Yeah.
Like I turn that on. I'm feeling myself. So
feel that.
Yeah, that Jeezy. Cause my pops used to play that shit a lot.
Oh,
so,
for real?
Yeah. So I fuck with the Jeezy, but I really just like. I know all that shit on that album right there. Like that album is just like something else. So, you know,
so I'm gonna have you give me some lists right now. I know a lot of music people don't like doing the list, but I gotta know. You know, we'll start off. What's your top? Like, give me a top 5 of East Coast rappers. Your
East
top
Coast?
5, yeah.
Oh, that's easy. I fuck with the East Coast. So I'm gonna start with Big L because I fuck with Big L. And I'm gonna fuck with Cassidy because I told you I used to fuck with a lot of their freestyles and shit. That's how I got my freestyle shit. Like people fuck with my freestyles. They really rock with my freestyles. And I got that from watching a lot of freestyles.
Yeah.
So and I feel like my style of freestyling is like an old school style. That's why a lot of people fuck with it because it's kind of like it's like the original type of freestyle.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like it gives you that original feel basically. So I would say Cassidy, Big L. I'm gonna go 50 Cent for sure. I love 50 Cent. Love 50. When it rains it pours. That's a hidden banger that y'all gotta go tap in with for sure. I play that on a good day too. That's my shit. Nothing Like Me too. That's a banger by 50 Cent. That's a slept on one that you go hear that. You could play that at any era.
Right.
You know? So I'll say 50 Cent. I don't want to disrespect Jay-Z. I love Jay-Z. I really love the old Jay-Z though. Like Big Pimp and Spin the Cheese. Like all that shit. Like that was the era that we really came up from. Right. How old are you, bro?
I'm 28.
Okay, so we're around the same age. I'm 26.
Oh, okay,
we're around the same age.
Yeah, around the area.
So you feel me? So that's the shit we was kids. So we was hearing that. So, Jay-Z too, but I don't know how I'm gonna put him in my top 5. Like I don't really listen to Jay like that. But,
see, I don't think our generation really did though, for real.
Hold on, I got some more East Coast artists though. Hold on, give me a second.
Good.
I really fuck with New York rap, so I don't want to just stay only in New York. What's some other cities like on the East Coast? Like I'm not really too familiar with the East Coast like that. I'm not gonna lie.
East Coast,
like
bro.
what? Like I'm thinking of cities. Chicago. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's still the East Coast. So Chicago. I fucked with Chief Keef. I'm not even gonna act like I was a big Chief Keef fan, but I respect Chief Keef heavy.
Yeah,
so I'll just give him that for sure because I fuck with Chief Keef. Like you gotta respect, bro. And I've been on stage with him before.
Swear.
Yeah, because
what was that experience? Where were you at?
I was with Ray J.
Swear.
Yeah, I was with Ray J. I went to Ray J performed with cause my boy Isaiah Hill, he a fucking pro skater.
Oh, okay.
From Compton.
Oh, really?
But and we locked in and I ain't talked to bro in a minute though. Shout out my nigga Isaiah, but bro that nigga locked me in with Ray J. And then Ray J brought me on like he had some show with like D12 and or no 112. 112.
The R&B,
yeah, the R&B group. Yeah, 112.
Like Slim or something like
it was 112. It was a crazy lineup, bro. It was like the most oddest lineup. I ain't gonna lie, the people there, they were so disrespectful. Like they didn't disrespect Chief Keef, but I feel like they just didn't know how to like accept it because the crowd was so different. Like it
sounded like some R&B shit for
bro.
Real.
It was 112, Ray J, Chief Keef, and like one other person.
It sounds like hella R&B.
Bro, that shit was wild, bro. I ain't never seen no shit like that. But I was on stage with him though, and I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was happy as fuck. And I was grown at this point. Yeah. I was just like, damn, like I'm on stage with Chief Keef. This shit crazy.
Yeah, that sounds crazy for real.
I didn't never really record nothing or nothing, bro. I swear to God, I was just kind of living in the moment. Like, like damn, let me not be the one who's just sitting here on the camera. Like, let me just be regular. I did that with a lot of situations I probably could have benefited off of, but I'll just be like, let me just chill.
Benefited now though.
Yeah,
right
just
now.
it's really about the experience and it. Like I can tell my kids someday about this type of shit. And
for sure.
I remember my pops used to tell me different stories and shit. I'll just be in awe about them and shit. So I know they go be in awe about. I got some crazy ass stories. I got hella shit for real. Should write a book. So that's easy. One time it was me. I forgot who else was in the car, but these niggas, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with them, bro. We leaving the party. I'm just trying to get a ride home. These niggas got a BB gun. They had a real gun, but they didn't. Or somebody had a real gun, but I don't know who. But I know they had a BB gun though.
Yeah,
you feel me? So they wasn't fucking with no real gun with nobody. They was just had a BB gun. Like, hey, we about to go scare these niggas. So I'm just in the back seat, like, bruh, like,
just trying to go home, bro.
Yeah, like I was just like, fuck it. But it was, bro. I ain't gonna lie, the shit was so funny, bro. Like it was. I felt so bad for the motherfuckers, but I couldn't help myself but laugh, bro. So these niggas, bro, this shit, I know some of them kids, bro, are probably still traumatized to this day.
Who it was? He did it
No, I don't know. I'm just saying in general, like, them niggas probably still traumatized to this shit because I would still remember this shit if some shit like this happened to me. So these niggas, I'm just sitting in the backseat. These niggas are outside the sunroof of this shit with the BB gun look real as fuck. It looks like a gun. If somebody pull that shit on you, you gonna think somebody pulling a gun on you.
Yeah, no doubt.
So these niggas are pulling up, getting niggas cornered in the corner, pointing a gun, acting like, bro, the shit. Niggas was running for their life. They was scattering like roaches. They pulling the car over, block. Like niggas are running. It'd be like 4 or 5 niggas. They'll put a car over, block. How about the sunroof with the BB gun? Niggas thinking a gun pointer. They start running the other direction. Bro, that shit, I couldn't breathe, bro. I was in the back seat crying, bro. That shit was so fucking funny. Them niggas. But they had me mad at the same time because I wanted them to stop. Like, I really wanted them to stop. Bro. I'm just like, bro, why are y'all doing? Because I just know that these niggas are in real fear right now. Like, bro, I would have been scared as fuck if a nigga pulled up on me like that, bro. My heart would have dropped to the... Like, anybody, I don't care who the fuck you are. If you say that shit wouldn't scare you, nigga, you are capping, nigga. Dog. How did they... Bro, they were doing the most burnt out shit for no reason, though. Bro, but I got so many stories like that, bro. These niggas are retarded. These niggas... Oh, my God.
That's a real story.
That is 100% real story. It happened on Broadway in like 130. Shit happened probably like 10 years ago, bro.
Bro,
you feel me?
I gotta get myself right after that one.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. That shit was funny as fuck. Bro, but you see you laughing out. I guarantee you would have been holding your stomach in tears if you would have seen the shit. Because it was so fucked up. Like, it was fucked up what he was doing, bro. And then the homie driving, he just having the time of his life driving. He the one pulling in front of these niggas stopping. And this nigga hopping out the sunroof. Bro, I remember seeing one dude face. He just looked like it was just all over. Like, I could tell, like, he was just like, man, like, I lived a good life at this point. Oh, here, bro.
Shit, my fault.
You know. He like, bro, I lived a good life at this point.
Oh, hell, bro.
Oh, yeah, we had a good technical difficulty.
That's on me, this dude, bro. Got me weak
bro,
right now.
That shit,
right, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a funny ass moment. But that wasn't even near the funniest moment. That was just some shit I could think of for sure.
That's
on some
something
party
off
shit.
Top of the brain, bro.
On top of the head.
We're gonna have to talk about something off camera, bro.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
If that was just something like real quick, bro.
Them niggas are retarded, bro.
I
wanted them to stop so bad, bro. I felt so bad, but I couldn't stop laughing. Like, I was laughing so, like, you know when you laughing and you like crying, like, and it hurts. Like, it was one of them laughs. Like, I'm screaming, like, bro, stop. Like, them niggas just, I'm like, bro.
Stomach hurting, laughing, bro.
Bro, they had everybody running. The shit was like, he loved it for sure. Like, the nigga out the window, he for sure loved that shit. He loved every second of having everybody run for their life.
He was just feeding. I saw like some, what's that dude from Don't Be a Menace? Sounds some old dog energy.
For sure, bro.
Like, no doubt, bro.
Straight bullshit for no reason. It had no backing behind you. He literally benefited nothing from this shit. Like, literally, after the shit was done, we just drove off regular. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck?
He just dropped
He
off
just
like
was
nothing
looking
happened.
like, I don't know if the people who was getting chased, like, were they thinking like this nigga gun is jamming, or it's just like he was looking, he pointed it at him like he trying to find a target.
He's like, something's up, bro.
He looking at him like he trying to find a target, like with the meanest face on it, bro. I know they was shit, like, bro. They was about to shit on themselves, bro.
Nah, bro.
For sure, I'm glad some shit like that never happened to me because I would have for sure, boy. If anybody had a camera out, with some shit like that at that time, bro, I was too young for sure. Like,
You've been out of there, bro. I think anybody.
even
bro.
now though, like how thirsty they was pulling up, you for sure.
Yeah.
Would have thought it was your last day.
No doubt, bro.
I just remember the one dude. I just remember his eyes, bro, was so wide. He just looked like he seen a ghost, nigga. Like, no. Like, not like this. Like,
it was over for him, bro.
Bro, that shit was funny as fuck.
Bro, see, nah.
Yeah, bro, it been hella, bro. I got hella funny ass stories, bro. For real.
Hold up, chill.
Yeah, that shit was funny. R.I.P. my boy C Wade, man. He was how you laughing right now, bro. Yeah. He used to have me crying. That nigga was funny as shit, boy. So funny, like I can't even really like tag everything. Like it would be hard to even tag his funniest moment because the nigga was just. It'd be so much shit that would like that I have motherfuckers crying, laughing.
Man. I wish I was around that squad, bro. That shit sounds like jokes,
bruh. That shit was retarded, bro. There was a lot of drama too. We used to be fighting other motherfuckers and shit too. But we was popping. When we was popping, we were the most popping young dudes in the area for sure.
Damn. So it's
like, man.
On a serious one, you know, you're doing your thing right now. You know, once you know. What's some places in this world that you would like to visit and see really what's up with it? You know, like show wise, vacation wise, like.
I want to perform in New York for sure. I don't know why. Like I want to, and I have fans in Vegas for sure, but I don't have enough like to really go out there. I want to perform in Vegas. Like that's just always been one of my like dreams for some reason since I've been out there and I've been doing music. Like man, I want to perform out here. Like you know, so that'd be cool. You know,
it's popping though for sure. Crab's table one time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, man. You like those dice over there?
No, I haven't. I never. Well, me personally, I didn't gamble.
Okay.
Like I think I did. Well, I did gamble a little, but I didn't really gamble. Like for real gamble. I think I did like slots and shit. I hit something off the slots, but I don't really like that shit. Okay. And the what's the name? Like I feel like you really to go in there and gamble, you need to really know your shit, or you gonna they're gonna notice, and you're gonna lose all your money. Yeah. And they don't give a fuck about you leaving out of there dead broke.
Nah, hell, that's their goal.
That's their goal.
Cause you start cashing out.
And then they want you to come back. They want you to go take money from your wife and you know borrow money from your son. Hey son, let me get $100 real quick. No, I'll bring it back to you. Then son hit him next morning. Hey dad, you got that 100? Son, they got me again, man. I got you though next week. Like. I know that nigga just walk out like, bro, this nigga's a piece of shit.
Yeah. What's the So, I know you didn't have a date, but you know, outside of that, what else is next for you, and what other projects you got going on?
Me and my boy Cozy BYC, we've been shooting hella videos and shit. So I got videos, projects on the way. Trying to establish some more collab videos. So I don't really have no collab videos other than the dudes that I came up with. Mm-hmm. You know, out of my circle, I don't really have too many people that like invested in a collab and paid me for a collab type shit. Right. I'll always pop out and I be doing deals. I be looking out for niggas like trying to help out because it be hard to get collabs, especially 100%. Like with somebody who got some sort of notoriety or of themselves. It's hard to get collabs nowadays for sure because motherfuckers just want an extreme bag that is like. I'm not about to pay that, bro. Nah. It's like meet me down the middle somewhere or be a little more reasonable or they just won't reply. Yeah. Simple. Like they just will not reply to you even if they see that it doesn't, I don't know. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the people that are asking you for that bag, you're probably way better than too. Hell yeah, bro. I already know. I'm a real rapper. Yeah. But this shit is different now. So like, I understand the game, bro, and the game changes. It's not about just rapping now. It ain't about if you got the most bars, and it is not about that shit, bro. They want to know how fly you are. They want to know street credibility, or if you have any, or you know what's going on there, especially with how today and the narrative that been being pushed. It's hard to just be normal.
Right.
You feel me?
What is normal these days?
What is normal these days?
You
feel me? So it's like, you know, you can't just be normal. You gotta fit to people. You gotta fit to society standards.
Yeah.
And if you don't, they'll turn their head to you. If you have a career, they either will support it or they just won't, unless you fit to whatever standard that is that they set for you. And you gotta realize what it is. Either try to change that narrative or fit to that fucking narrative. You know. So what I try to do is change the narrative, because the narrative that I feel like people always wanted me to put on or thought that I put on, I'm not that. I'm a creative, like, and I leave it at that. Like, I'm a real creative. Shit, nigga can like it or not. I'm not a buster. I'm not a, you know, I'm a man, and you feel me? I make good music, and that's what I leave that shit at, bro. For real. So that's what, even with motherfuckers out here, like, I just leave it at shit. We men, nigga, I'm sure you got priorities. I got hella priorities. Let's focus on that.
Right. You know what I mean?
Feel me? Because that's the biggest, that's the most important thing that you need to be doing, is focusing on your fucking priorities as a man.
Right.
You feel me? Or you just you know? Yeah. Society's gonna label you a bullshit man. You feel me? So you gotta get on your shit, bro.
100%.
Like, you know, locally people might fuck with it. Your friends might fuck with it. But the world ain't just you and your friends.
Right.
It's more to the world.
It is. It's a big ass.
When people realize that, bro, they'll start moving different. For real.
Until then, bro, you keep your foot on the neck, bro, because you're doing it for real.
Feel me?
And I respect it to the fullest, you know.
Yes, sir.
You know, you stepped into Kuya's pod today, you know, and it's
appreciate you for having me, bro. For real, for real.
We got a gift for you too. You know, go ahead, throw that at me.
Oh yeah, hey, this is my style too. Hey, I like how y'all got me a cordial one, because that's my favorite shit, because I can wear more shit. Oh, I got it, you know. Oh yeah.
So you know, we got the 100. Ooh. Got the 100th anniversary patch on the side.
I don't know if y'all can see that.
You already know what time it is. Got
this shit, bust.
Very exclusive.
Y'all go see.
You know what I mean?
For sure, this is exclusive. I ain't seen this nowhere.
We had to
and I for sure, if I would have seen this, and I go to the top hat stores, I would have copped this.
I seen them at all the top spots, Pro Image, Fox Hill.
Well, if it was there, I didn't see it.
You know what I mean?
Or they didn't have it when I went.
So you know, Kuya's pod. You know, we got to get him right with the Kuya's caps. You know, follow me on Kuya.Kaps on Instagram. The Kuya.Kaps be going up. You already know how that goes. And, you know, I want to say,
all my followers, follow, bro. You feel me? Tap in with me. Show me you follow them. I'll follow you back. You know, might send you some unreleased shit, man. Tap in with my boy, man.
You heard it here first, man.
It's my first Christmas gift, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you for being, you know, one of the first people to believe in me and come in here and wrap it up with me.
I see the inside of this shit. I ain't gonna lie, that shit exclusive.
Man,
baby want to wear the hat like this. I ain't gonna lie, that shit hard. Fuck it.
This is crazy. But yeah, this was my fifth episode on Kuya's pod. You know, got Donny Loke in the building.
Let's go.
Hottest in LA right now. You know what I mean?
Thank
if
you.
you don't know, you better know. Go get him. Hit him with your IG handle.
My Instagram is Donny Loke, DonnyLoc. My Twitter is It's Donny Loke, ITSDonnyLoc. Donny Loke on all platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. If you got Tidal, go stream my shit on Tidal, please, because it's hard to get Tidal listeners. People don't really pay for that shit.
Get on it, for real.
If you got Tidal, go tap in with my shit, man, you know, and follow up. Let's get it.
Oh, God. All right, we out.